Hey guys, in this video, I'm gonna show you how to make a super quick and simple Japanese yakimeshi fried rice with big, plump, juicy shrimp. So, let's do this thing. And if you wanna learn how to make all kinds of delicious and simple Asian foods at home, then make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. We're kicking this thing off with 6 big, fat, raw shrimp. We've already peeled them and we're gonna devein them, which is a fancy way of saying de-poop, by slicing along the back of the shrimp, opening them up, and removing the small black line running through it. Once you've de-pooped all of your shrimp, give them a rinse. Next, we're gonna use a Chinese technique to give them a snappy bite, as well as to help them retain moisture and keep them from becoming rubbery. Add them to a bowl with a 1/4 cup of water and a 1/2 teaspoon of both baking soda and salt. The baking soda will raise the pH level of the water, giving the shrimp a firm, snappy bite, and the salt will help the shrimp stay juicy. Mix everything together well and set it aside in the fridge for at least 20 minutes, but for the best results, I recommend a few hours to overnight. Thinly slice the greens and the stalk of a green onion and set them aside. In a bowl, crack 3 eggs and give them a good mix. Now add a generous amount of oil to your pan, let it get nice and hot, then add in your eggs. You're gonna let them sit until you see bubbles start to form on the bottom of the eggs, and then quickly add in some freshly cooked rice and mix everything together. I recommend that you use rice that isn't too moist, as it can get mushed and gummy during the cooking process. That's why you'll see a lot of people recommending using day-old rice, but as long as your rice isn't too wet, you can safely use it fresh. If this is all making sense to you so far, let me know by writing easy peasy in the comments below. Continue stirring everything, making sure that you break up any large clumps and that you get as much of the rice coated in egg as possible. As the egg cooks, it'll create a barrier keeping your rice grains separate and not sticking together in a large clump. This separation of rice grains is called para in Japanese and is one of the telltale signs of a good yakimeshi fried rice. Now rinse your shrimps off thoroughly and add them into the pan, allowing them to cook on both sides for about 30 seconds or so. Add in some cooking sake and combine everything together. Shrimps cook relatively fast, which is why I added them in raw. However, if you're planning to substitute the shrimp with chicken, beef, or pork, I definitely recommend that you pre-cook those first, as it'll be hard to properly cook them together with the rice. When the shrimp look like they're about halfway done, add in your scallions along with a teaspoon of salt and cook it all together until the shrimp are cooked through. Finally, move everything off to one side of the pan, pour in a teaspoon or so of soy sauce and allow it to come to a boil, then quickly mix everything together. Take a small bowl, add a couple of shrimp to the bottom, then pack it in with the rice. Flip it out onto a plate and let it sit for about a minute to allow the steam to condense back into the rice, ensuring that we have a nice, moist fried rice. Remove the bowl, add some pickled ginger to the side, and crack some fresh black pepper on top. Enjoy the taste of your delicious yakimeshi fried rice with those beautiful, plump, juicy shrimp, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to get more simple Asian recipes like this.